welcome back to season 3 of Effortless. As you know, we are spending this season really diving into big lessons and belief shifts that I've experienced over the past 4.5 years in business. And today I wanted to talk about confidence. So, if you've been around me for any amount of time, you've probably heard me speak about this before. It is truly one of my favorite subjects. The moment that it really clicked in my mind how essential confidence really is, I I feel like I discovered gold or something. I was like, oh, confidence is it's that thing, right? So when I realized this, I was hosting a beta for a membership program. This is a few years ago. And inside of that program were a lot of designers. I was working as a designer at that time, and I tended to attract other designers. And during that time, there was some, group calls and things like that. And something that kept coming up on those calls was confidence, was that these designers did not feel super confident in their actual ability to design. And for some reason, I had never really connected those dots before, but it was like, oh, of course, if you're not confident in your skill set and your ability, you're not going to go shouting it from the rooftops. You're not going to be telling everybody, about this awesome thing you're offering and telling them to come work with you. Of course, that made so much sense. They really felt like they just were not good enough. And when that clicked for me, I started to see how that old pattern had actually shown up in my life too. With that same design company, the first year of it, I really lacked in confidence because I was offering something that wasn't really aligned for me. It wasn't my favorite service. It wasn't my best service. When I switched in year 2 to focusing on the things that I was really good at and that felt really good for me and that felt really aligned, well, then I had no problem talking about it. I felt very confident about it and I was booked out really quickly. I truly believe that confidence is a hugely underestimated issue that most struggling or unsatisfied entrepreneurs deal with. If your business isn't where you want it to be, I'd ask you about your confidence levels too. Do you feel good about your offers? Do you feel excited to work with clients? Do you feel confident that you can deliver whatever it is that you're promising? I'd almost guarantee that that is what's holding you back more than not knowing what strategy to use. Confidence is the missing link. When we don't feel confident about working with clients, confident about our offers, about ourselves, we will subconsciously want to hide away, want to be small. Outwardly, we might feel like, yeah, of course I want clients. Of course I want money. But internally, we'll be so afraid of what it means to actually take that payment. Because actually getting a client and actually making money means now we have to deliver. And that, without confidence, is something that we will resist. If any or all of this is resonating with you, I want to share an idea with you. What you are dealing with is called a fear of inadequacy, and it's actually incredibly common for humans to experience this. I would argue that it's one of the main fears that we have, like all of us have, right? And so you top that normally existing fear with social media showing, highlight reels and overnight successes claiming that they made 6 figures in 2 weeks. And you're like, dang, you're just destined to feel that not enoughness. And I say that because I want to normalize it. It's okay. You're not broken. You're not wrong. I promise. The great news here is that confidence is something that you can have in the snap of a finger. It is not some sort of unattainable myth. See, most people think they have to be confident to take action to have success, but it's actually a little bit out of order. So, do you remember we've talked about it before, the be, do, have model from neurolinguistic programming from NLP? I'll break it down for you in case you are not familiar or don't remember. So, NLP talks a lot about be, do, have, and it shares that most people have it backwards. They think have, do, be. So, they think first I have to have something, and then I'll do something, and then I'll be something. So in this example, it would be first I have to have confidence, and then I'll do something, I'll take action, and then I'll be successful. But like I was saying, that's totally backwards. So if we swapped it to a be, do, have model, it would say first I have to be successful, Then I'll do something and then I'll have confidence. Success begets confidence. So the question here is, how do you be successful? Well, that is where your mindset comes in. That's where your thoughts and your beliefs and your patterns and your habits come into play. What does a successful person think? How do they act? What do they believe? Those sorts of questions will start to unlock things and show you that a successful person does not believe that they're not good enough. No way. They believe that they are very much good enough. So, what do you believe about you, about your work? Do you truly believe that it is good enough? If you're struggling with confidence, I'm going to bet that you don't believe that. I'm going to bet that your thoughts are more like, I'm not good enough, or this isn't good enough, right? We know that those thoughts don't serve us, and we know that we want new thoughts instead. So, how can you start to both consciously and unconsciously make that thought and belief happen for you? That's the trick here. Right now, you are just waiting for that to happen by chance, just at random. But in reality, you get to decide that it's happening right now. You get to choose to think that you are good enough. And you get to choose it again and again and again until it becomes hardwired in your brain. Inevitably, that will lead you to taking action from the place of, I'm good enough, which will ultimately give you that confidence you so desire and you so need to grow your business. The best part about all of this is that it's completely and totally like an exponential experience. Like the first time, you're going to have to really deliberately choose your thought, but you'll experience a win. You'll have that confidence. It'll feel great. And that'll just like bleed right into the next one and the next one and the next one, where you just are confident because things have worked out so many times for you. I hope this shift shows you just how simple it is to start operating from a place of confidence immediately, right now, today. If you learned something from this episode, share it with others so that they can too. When you share on your Instagram, will you tag me so that we can connect? I'm Caitlin S. Kessler on Instagram. Thank you so much for listening, and I will talk to you next week.